Hi, Maddalena, you there?
I'm here. Yeah.
How are you feeling?
Terrible. Feeling terrible.
Terrible. Are you ill?
No, no.
No, just tired and
Yeah. Fucking.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What what can you do? What can you do? How do you feel emotionally? Do you feel ready to hit the wall or ready to go through it maybe?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Well, I tell
feel
you what we're gonna do today for the second half is something that I've seen done and I think is fairly productive, and I want to test with you how well it works.
okay.
So, we'll do something a little bit different. Um, but let's go ahead and get to your exam, huh? Do you feel like you're ready to kill this thing?
I just want to get over with.
Yeah, there you go. That's the spirit. That's the spirit. Okay. Chewy, cue up the exam so everybody can see it. And by everybody, I just mean Maddalena. Because, Maddalena, I want you to put out all the voices out of your head
Mhm.
temporarily. I want you just to
Okay.
concentrate on this first sentence, starting with "et" on here. What I want you to do is I want you to work your way through it again. And if you want to be vocal, and say, well, I
hmm
think I'm going to try this, or I think feel free to, but you don't have to. Okay. It's a
Okay.
three liner. Take your time. If you're spinning your wheels, go back and ask yourself, what kind of structure does it have? Okay.
Okay.
I'll leave you to your work.
All right. Aeon. Linus Metate. Mache. Stuntai. Entoi. Pedioi. So. Desundai. Te. Hoyen. Kora. Kai. Aikas. Kora. Tege. Zeue. Astus. Susin. Hinatus. Polemius. Ectes. Geis. Pimpsy. Alrighty. Okay. Aeon. Um, we got Pao Suntai and um um, um I'm just gonna underline all the verbs. Um
By the way, I'll just jump in here and let you
okay.
know that the commas, I hate the commas in this sentence. They're
Mm-hmm.
terrible. So try not to let those kind of sway you in anything.
Okay. Cool. Um Mm, mm, um, mm, okay. Um, uh, okay. Yeah. Um, mm, okay. Um, if wait. Uh, oh, um, oh yeah. Okay. That's that one. That one got me. Um. Oh, Um,
Let me do a little song and dance
uh,
while,
ah,
while, while you're thinking to yourself, Maddalena.
uh-huh.
Remember that each of these is like a question on a physics exam. So you're going to get like five of these, and you're going to have to put a good amount of time into them, just like you're doing. So do
Uh-huh.
not feel rushed. Do you understand me?
Okay.
Absolutely
Yeah.
do not feel rushed.
All right. Uh, ps- okay. Okay. Oh, I'm almost done.
Is it like a terrible nightmare?
It scared me. No, I mean a little bit. It's a lot of words, but
Right. There's a lot of calculations. That's three lines, and there's a lot of grammar going on there. So, okay.
yeah.
Let me know when you're ready to step up.
I'm almost done. I'm at the end of it. Um, uh, okay. Um, so this is
Let me
what
see.
I have so far.
Okay.
If the Greeks after the battle were made to stop in the field, then they will be saving the goats in the land, or they will be saving the things in the land and the goats. I wasn't sure about that. In fact, the gift of the goddess is sacrificing in order that the war they may send out of the land.
Okay.
I tried.
Okay. Okay. Let me ask you a couple of questions about the sentence.
Uh-huh.
See how there are questions below this? It says, give the
Yeah.
syntax of Powsontai, right? Okay. So there's a couple of questions I want you to ask. What kind, I
Uh-huh.
want to ask you, what kind of conditional is this?
Um it's a I thought it was a uh future or yeah, future more vivid because it had
Excellent.
the
Excellent.
aeon and then it had the future and
Okay.
the X line. So I and the
Good. You don't have to show
yeah.
off. Future more vivid. You're right. You're
Okay.
right.
All right.
Look at the hina clause. Look at the hina clause in the end. Is
Uh-huh.
this is its verb subjunctive or is it optative?
Um I thought it was opted in, but I wasn't sure.
Okay. Okay. How did you translate it in order that what?
Um they may send, so it would be
Okay. So
subjunctive, yeah.
you're translating it like it's a subjunctive, right? You're
Uh-huh.
translating it like a subjunctive. So it is a subjunctive, and you are
Okay.
right about this type of conditional. Those are the two things they're trying to show. Now, if you just move your feet a little bit, we'll just bend your ankles a little bit one way,
Uh-huh.
and we'll say, yeah, if the Greeks, right,
Uh-huh.
came to a halt after the battle on the plain, right? If they do
Mhm.
this, they will be saved. Right now, who is the they and the they will be saved? This is where this sentence is written out so
Uh,
sloppily that I don't
oh,
think it's really good Greek.
is it
Um, who is the
the goats
subject of the
or
no,
the
no,
Greeks?
almost. Those are igos. Those are accusative
I
plural
guess.
goats.
Okay.
So they're going to be the object. Look at the hoi on the beginning of the second line after the
Uh-huh.
te. Those
Yeah.
are the people, hoi, who live in Tehorah, the people who are in or on in the countryside.
In okay, in the land, yeah.
They are the subject of so thesontai. The people in the countryside will be saved. Then the kai comes in,
Uh-huh.
and after
And
horai,
okay.
and now jump to the verb thusosin.
And
Thusosin, right?
that's
And the people of the land
uh
will sacrifice igos, goats, which you
okay.
said almost correctly. You put it sensically together, right?
I
And then
tried, yeah.
Dora is just the gifts of
Yes.
there are gifts for the goddess, right? We're just
Uh-huh.
describing
Oh,
them. What
for the
are they? They're
gods.
gifts of the goddess. And then the
Mhm.
purpose clause. But the purpose clause is a third person singular. O ace A. active in order that she may send tus polemius, the soldiers, ectes
Uh-huh.
gace, from the land, out of the land. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Good. Fantastic. That one I would give you an 88 to
Yeah.
90-ish. I would give that an 88 to 90-ish. Good. Give me now. Okay, look, the pain must continue. You can't walk away without, right?
Yeah.
I would like for this one for you to do
Okay.
number two. I hate to throw it. This is another tough construction. I hate to throw it at you, but here. Number
Number
two,
two.
please.
Okay. Okay.
People who are
Uh,
listening, notice it's not enjoyable. There has never been a Greek exam administered that somebody came into happy dappy, sat down, right, and smiled the whole time, right? This is think physics, think statistics. You ever take a statistics course? My God, man, the tests are like time to jump off the ledge, you know? Okay, so I said number two.
yeah.
Go for it. Take your time,
All right.
Maddalena. You're doing great, by the way. That was good. So keep it up.
Okay. All right. Um, let's see here. Lot. Mesatustes. Democratias. Anaxios. Agathon. Mingare. Luciria. Con. De. Julia. Kai. Ice. Alrighty. So, um, oh, um, okay, I can do this. Oh, interesting.
I'm glad you said it was interesting, but I want you to realize that while you're talking like that, realize
Uh,
what your brain is doing, right? This is the art of translation, exactly what you're doing right now. So keep it up.
okay. Alrighty. all right. Okay, I'm done.
All righty. Go for it.
Um, we may not be guarding the unjust democracy. On the one hand, the freedom is for good. On the other hand, the slavery of evil is shame.
Okay, now the question underneath that would be what kind of subjunctive is
Okay.
phulatometa? What kind of
Um,
subjunctive is it?
uh, is
Oh,
it
let me add one word to that. I would add one word to that on your exam. What kind of independent subjunctive is this?
um I I thought it was maybe a present uh passive,
When I say what
some
kind, I mean when I say what kind,
like
I mean is it a hortatory, a
oh
deliberative, or a prohibition?
prohibition maybe.
Okay, are you ready to go over it?
Yeah. Yeah, let's do
Fantastic. Okay. I want you
that.
to notice that the second sentence it starts agathon.
Oh yeah. I
No, no, no.
realize
I
now. Okay.
You did fine. You did fine on the second sentence, right? Because you knew there was a verb that wasn't there. It was a verb to be, right?
Uh-huh.
And the subject is eleutheria. For freedom is
Yeah.
good on the one hand, but on the other
Uh-huh.
hand, servitude, douleia, is
Uh-huh.
kakon and ischron, is
Okay.
bad
Yeah. You.
and shameful,
Yeah.
right? So
Mm-hmm.
they're being a little bit free on the word order just to give you just to kind of shake you up there, just to try to get you
Okay.
going. Now the fulatometh, I want you to look at the punctuation at the
I
end
see.
of that.
Yeah, I see that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see
Yeah.
that now, right? Now
Uh-huh.
on an exam, I would have given you those three choices and said, which one was this?
Mm-hmm.
Specifically to jog your mind to say, oh, wait a minute, this is one of those independent subjunctives. Which one? So it's got the question mark.
Yeah.
So it's got to
So it'd be a
be
deliberative.
deliberative, right? Now, if you had
Yeah.
seen that, you
Uh-huh.
would have made that decision. Now,
Yeah.
would that have changed? Would that have changed your answer? Any, knowing it's a deliberation, do you want to
Uh,
rephrase
it
it? Do
would
you want to
be.
rephrase it?
It would be. Maybe. May we not be guarding the unjust democracy?
Almost.
Like,
Are we
are
not
we
to
not? Okay.
guard the anaxios, those who are unworthy? And then that's where the
Unworthy. Oh
democracy
man.
comes in.
Okay.
Those who are
Yeah.
unworthy of the democracy.
Okay.
Of the
Yeah.
democracy. Okay, I'm taking off a few points on that one.
Uh-huh.
You got an 82, an 82. Okay, you dropped on that one. So
Mm-hmm.
number five, you've
Okay.
got to put all the energy into this one to get it perfectly to bring that
Okay.
average back up. No
Okay.
pressure, but pressure, right?
Uh-huh. Okay.
All right, you can do it. You can do it.
Thanks.
Same thing on this one. Right below,
Mm,
right below this sentence, I would write, what kind of independent optative is this?
okay. All right. I think I've done all I can do for this.
Okay, give me what you got.
All right. I thought it might say um if the if the young men might not learn for themselves, or if we might not learn for ourselves, for shameful and unjust poetry, or whoever was abandoning the book at the marketplace.
Yes, whoever was abandoning the books in the marketplace. This guy must be a real loser, right? So the
Hey,
agar me
God, me.
paiteusaiste. What kind of optative is that?
Um, a- an heiress.
Okay, is it an optative of wish or an optative of what's the other kind you have?
I thought it was an optative wish, but
Potential. Yeah,
potential.
wish or potential. Wish or potential. Which one? You
Uh,
think it's wish?
well, I think it's potential.
No, no, no. You said you thought it
Is
was
it?
wish before.
I did, yeah.
Yeah,
But I
it's
didn't
a
know how to
wish.
phrase it like that.
It's a wish. Yeah.
Yeah,
For a wish here, you could say, if only
if
you,
only.
right, do something, or I
If
wish
only.
you would teach the boys, well, you would not, because it's got the may in front of it, not teach the boys
Uh,
at the house of that shameful and unjust poet. He must be an Epstein, right?
oh,
Who left behind his books in the Agora. Now, that second clause that is a relative clause of characteristic. It's telling you what kind
mhm.
of person this is. Kind of person
Okay,
who would leave behind his books. You can't trust the
whatever.
kids in such a shameful, right? I mean, it doesn't make the
Hmm.
greatest of sense, but yes. So what you needed to have seen was that this is a an optative that is a wishing optative. And so I would take your first translation that you gave and I would tweak that with that. And then I would
Okay,
just
if.
align the second half as we did. Okay. Again, you're
Uh,
functioning in the 86 to 90 region on that one, somewhere in that
yeah,
region, because you're not missing. You got all the verbs, you got all the nouns, you know everything where it should be put. It's just a matter of properly honing it
yeah.
and tuning it.
It's
Good.
hard. Uh,
85. It's hard. Tell everybody it's
yeah,
hard. People know how
it's not
smart
easy.
Maddalena is.
I
Yeah.
I had a big cry about it.
Yes, and you
Uh,
should. Oh God, it should have caused you
yeah.
anxiety. And maybe a lot of times, no, I can't tell you how many times, Maddalena, I came out of exams with people that got migraines or got sick from the experience or just emotionally disturbed. You know, not, and I'm talking about when I was taking the exams too. I can't tell you how
Yeah.
many of my fellow students would get migraines and shit from the stress of one of these Greek exams,
Yeah.
right? So that's good. Okay, well, so far so good. Here's what I want you to do. Take
Okay.
a take a 10-minute break and then we're going to
Okay.
ask two more sentences and your exam will be finished.
All right.
Okay? Okay, take
Uh-huh.
10 minutes. Don't think about anything. Let this be a
Okay.
like a true break. You know what I mean? Don't think
All
anything.
right.
We'll say
Make a
10
cup of
minutes,
tea.
it's 21, we'll say 31, so or thereabouts.
Okay.
Okay, you there, Maddalena?
Yep.
All right, let's hit it and get it over with. This is page 199.
I got it.
199,
Okay.
number 4. Number 4.
Okay. All right. Okay. It is aquí. This emirasis mahon etaxin book on to say a democratia.
Nice pronunciation. Good.
Thanks. Okay, let's see. Nice. Okay, so we have tax. Mm, 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 mm. Oh yeah. Those. Uh, um,
Let me just interrupt. Um, it would have the question underneath it. What kind of conditional is this?
mhm. Oh, it says future more vivid, but it says to turn it into a future more vivid. So that would make sense. More sense.
Yeah, sometimes there's questions about is that really helpful, right? For you to see, instead of just saying identify this kind of conditional, you can do like this text does and say, oh, you know what, change it into something different, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that's, I just want to know that you can identify what kind it actually is. Okay, sorry, I'll leave you alone. Keep going.
Yeah.
do you hate, Greek?
Mm,
Okay, good.
uh-uh.
Good. Please, everybody, note for the record, this is from page 199 in the book. So this is 200 pages in. You can imagine how much Maddalena has crammed into her head in just a very short period of time.
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. Well, wait a second. One second.
Mhm. I'm just curious, what are you going to answer for the question underneath it that says, what kind of conditional is this?
Um, well, I've been trying to figure that out because I know it's like I know what a future more vivid is, and it's aeon, right?
Uh-huh.
It's with the yeah, and it doesn't have that. And then the on the other side, it's aorist. So A plus aorist ariston
Now,
is
which one is
kind
that? Do you
of
remember which one?
it's a contrafactual, right?
Yes, yes.
It's a past, right?
Good, good. And what's the
In
translation
my brain.
formula for it?
And if it, isn't it like if they if they would have, they should. I don't remember it. But I know it's that, but I can't remember what it is.
Okay, so you get major credit for saying that you know it's a past contrafactual, right? Just because you're slipping on the translation formula, I'll take just try to remember it one more time. You almost had it there.
Hmm.
Your last one was just it's just worded a little bit differently.
Um,
And people who are watching, I want you to realize this is all from the chart on page 97, right? That's the only thing here. This has nothing to do with brains, right? It's merely access to that data, right? It's purely rational. What you're doing, Maddalena, is purely rational. You know that if you could hit that box, you'd know exactly. Oh,
so
shit. Which one is it?
okay, so okay, if hmm,
Do you want me to give it to you?
no,
Okay,
no,
okay,
I
okay.
can
Take
do
a
it.
second.
Okay,
Take a
well,
second.
I'll
Think
try
about
it. I'll try it.
it. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Where's my pen? Um, okay. Um, um, if okay, I'm just gonna shoot for it. All right. If the leaders would have appointed the young men into battle, then they would have saved the democracy.
Okay. Okay, it's indeed a past counterfactual. A plus aorist, aorist plus on. The translation formula is had, would have. Had, would have. Now I want you to notice a couple of things. A etaxin. If he, she,
That's
or it
uh-huh.
had stationed
Hmm.
τους νεανίας.
The young men
Mm-hmm. Ace Machen.
in into battle
Yeah, yeah, for maybe battle here has set him
for
up
battle.
for the
Okay,
battle. Yep. Ekenes tes hemeros. Right now,
that.
technically, this is a genitive of the
Hmm.
duration of time.
Oh,
So
so like
yeah,
during.
during
Okay,
that day.
during.
During that day.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. It's my bad.
Okay.
I could not remember what that word was.
Yeah, no, that's one of the, again,
uh,
that's just one of the little side uses of the genitive there that you're going to have to pick up. And now you're not going to
hmm.
forget it. And you're going to say,
Yeah.
oh, wait a minute. It has something to do with time. You can just slap a genitive down there. Yeah, it's the
Hmm.
genitive of the duration of the time.
Okay.
Yeah, good. So, yeah, if he, she, or it had stationed, those young people,
Uh-huh.
on that day at the battlefield, uk, or made him ready for battle, uk on esothehe demokratia, the democracy,
Then.
would not, because it's oog, would
not, yeah,
not have
they would not have
been
been
saved.
saved. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Do you hear it? When we talk it out. Look
Yes.
at it again and make sure you can read it in your mind as a past contrafactual. Had, would have. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Let's do look, your last one. Oh God.
Okay.
Oh, by the way,
Which one?
I would give that one an 86-ish. I would give it an
Okay.
86-ish.
Yeah.
You're hitting in the same percentile, right? Roughly
Okay.
in my head, because I'm counting
Yeah.
each of the cases as a point, and each of
Hmm.
the grammatical uses, structures as a point. Did you identify it?
Hmm.
Great. Okay, number five, I want you to know that the interjection O is our little.
Hmm.
It's going to be our vocative.
Vocative. Yeah.
I hardly ever give you vocatives, but I want you to see ahead of time. This is a vocative. Okay, and yeah, and I would have you. The question that you would have underneath is,
Hmm.
Duleomen.
Development.
What kind of subjunctive? What kind of independent subjunctive is this? Okay, go ahead.
Okay. All right.
You wouldn't think that they could pack so much nasty grammar into such a short little sentence, but they do. So there's a
Yeah.
lot, there's much more going on here than meets the eye. So,
Hmm.
yep.
Okay. All righty.
Notice the punctuation too.
Mhm. Yeah.
Now, do you understand, Maddalena? I'll just
Uh-huh.
put in my 2 cents. Now, do you understand why professors would sweat if you told them they were going to have to go on live TV and translate things that they've never seen before?
They should.
Right.
They should not be arrogant unless you can do it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So my guess for this one is, oh freedom, may we enslave the empire of the unworthy. We
Okay.
enslave the
What kind of
worthy.
subjunctive is the Dule woman? Is it
Delay
a
woman. It's
and in all fairness, I would put the three
uh-huh.
types up there if you don't need me to, but
Okay. Well,
one of those three, the hortatory, deliberative, or prohibitive.
it's is it deliberative?
Yes, it is deliberative. Right? So make it sound deliberative. Make it sound like a question.
Will will we enslave the empire of the unworthy?
Almost. Now, the one slight correction I'd make here is
Okay.
duleomen. That verb
Delay woman.
duleo, it takes a
May
dative.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. So
Are we to be slaves
are we to be slaves
to the anaxios,
to the unworthy,
to those unworthy of
those
to
unworthy
archen?
of the empire?
Yeah, right.
Okay. Okay.
Those
Yeah.
unworthy of ruling, right? Do you see
Hmm.
that? Okay, look. And you
Yeah.
sat there and you work through it and you start to form a hatred for it and you're thinking to yourself, how am I going to do this? Don't stop. I know it's frustrating, can bring you to tears,
Yeah.
can bring
For
you to
sure.
tears. Okay. But you see, as we correct each sentence, you can see how the path could be laid open. That this is
Yeah.
something that you're not going to need me very much longer for, right? I can help you like this and I can correct you like this. And if we do it enough,
Uh-huh.
we do it repetitively, we can get you to the point that you can go off the carrier on your own and you
That'd
can
be great.
fly, right?
Yeah.
That's the
Uh-huh.
whole object. The very fact that
That's the
you are
point.
just getting there, pushing through each of these sentences,
Uh-huh.
is the entire goal,
Yeah.
right? It's the entire goal. And you have to factor that kind of thing in when you're
Yeah.
grading your students. You have to tell them exactly where they are. You cannot lie about where they are, right? You
Yeah.
have to, you can never lie to your students. They have to know everything. So you tell them exactly where they are numerically. I would put you in the 88 to 90 range. I would put you just below that 90 range. And I would do
Yeah.
that on purpose so that
Mm-hmm.
you would kick yourself up, right? Here's what I
Uh-huh.
want. Here's what I want you to do. Here's what I want you to do. For the next 2 units, you are going to teach them to me. Okay.
Okay. All right.
You know how this works by 7 units in. Oh, by the
Uh-huh.
way, an 88 is pass, right? That's a
Yeah.
congratulations.
Thanks.
You should give again, take a
Oh.
picture. Take a picture of people coming out of a university Greek exam, particularly a university intensive Greek exam. You watch what they
Yeah.
look like when they come out, and they look like, well, I just, that's it. It's over. I don't know. Maybe I'll move to Montana or something. Take up typing, right? Become a stenographer or something. Don't realize that you're in the group. Guess what? It's the suck, and you've learned to embrace the suck. Now,
Yeah.
what I want you to do is I want you to take the next level up. I want to give you
Okay.
responsibility like you would give responsibility to a platoon leader, right?
Okay.
Somebody in your group who has shown that they can take more responsibility, right?
All right.
That's what I want you to
Mhm.
do. But the reason I'm doing this is to show you that you don't need me. Okay? That's the most important
Okay.
thing. You've been
Uh-huh.
through 7 units, 7 whole units now.
Hmm.
You have done all of that work. It's 200 pages worth of work. You have seen the patterns. You know what they're going to give you. They're going to
Hmm.
introduce you to some new morphology, some new vocabulary, and a few new grammatical things that you can do. And it's going to get easier and easier every unit because there's not much more they can give us.
Yeah.
Okay. They have pounded us with the verbs, pounded us. Okay. We've got one
Hmm.
more pounding, and the pounding that's coming up is participles. So that is going to
Yeah.
happen. What I need you to do is the next 2 units of your, so you've completed, congratulations, you completed the first 2 units. The next 2 units, I mean, you've completed the first 7 units, right? The next 2 units, I want you to teach me. Okay, so of course, I'm going to know the material already, but I
Hmm.
want you to teach it to me and then cause me to go through the exercises so that you can show me how to use the grammar that you've just been shown.
Okay.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
for this is tomorrow
Okay.
that we're gonna begin this, but I want to begin after Lady Babylon, and I set
Hmm.
Lady Babylon for 7. So
Okay.
if we can begin an hour and a half later,
Hmm.
that would be much appreciated. I'd really appreciate it if we could do that.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Like 9:30 my time.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Yes. So in order to do this, you're going to have to prep the exercises yourself that you're going to
Hmm.
teach me. Okay?
Okay.
The whole point of this, it's like a liberation. They did this to us at Berkeley. They would
Okay.
give us the afternoon times to really teach each other in little groups, to teach each other what the content of the chapter was, and to go over exercises with each other. And at first you think, oh, this is not very effective because I want to hear it from the expert who knows
Mhm.
what's right and wrong. No, no, no. This is part of the training. You need to develop your muscles that understand, your muscles for understanding what you are doing
Mhm.
with the Greek. You have to understand. The best way to do that is to make you teach it. So now I'm going to become one of the
Okay.
platoon and I'm going to let you lead me so that I know it. And I'm going to ask you questions. I'm going to
Okay.
ask you questions that are things that I don't know, right? That I'm learning from the unit, and you have to explain it to me. Okay?
Alrighty. Uh-huh.
Okay. We will
Alrighty.
begin tomorrow. You're done for the evening. What I would
Okay.
do is I would take the rest of your time off and don't think about
Yeah.
Greek at all. Don't don't do anything tonight, right? Tomorrow, even as just as you're watching Lady Babylon, I have so much confidence in your understanding of the text, the material in each of the units. I don't have
Mhm.
any, I don't think you're, yeah, I think it's going to be great because I'm going to shut up and now you're going to engage. And it's going to
All
be a little
right.
bit hard. It's going to be a little bit harder and a little more demanding, but you
Okay.
have the capacity to do this. So I appreciate it.
Hmm.
I
Thank
appreciate
you.
that, having a
Yeah.
student that good.
Oh,
So,
thanks.
mhm, mhm, mhm.
That would be fun.
How do you feel? How do you feel?
Uh, oh, wow. I feel better. Yeah. I feel
Okay.
better, and that'll be fun to do that tomorrow.
Yeah.
A little tired.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Your soreness, your Greek soreness will wear off. Give it a little time to wear off, and
Hmm.
you'll think, "Oh, good, I'll be." But that's a good soreness. No pain, no gain in this game,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
And
Yeah.
I'll just let you know that I've been communicating while you were doing your exam. I was
Mm.
communicating um, to set up the next fight, and I'm going to say what I yes, we need to get the people out there and to show people how fucking hard this language is, right?
Uh-huh.
Bring these texts forward and let the world see exactly what the Christ is. So while
Yeah.
you and I are working out in the gym, I'm setting up the next match. Okay?
Nice.
So
Uh-huh.
let's do this right and
Okay.
let's finish this, quest.
Cool.
Thanks, thanks. Is there anything you want me to
Yeah.
know before we finish?
Um, I don't think so.
Okay, I'm
Um,
going to shut up. Tomorrow you're going to do most of the talking, okay?
all right. Sounds good.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
Okay. Good to see you, Maddalena. Nice
Good
job.
to see you. Thank
Congratulations.
you.
We made it past the second.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Woo.
Congratulations.
Oh.